Visit Jeep.com to learn more. A couple of minutes away from the start of Game 2. See Carson Fulmer coming in from the Chicago bullpen. Dylan G coming in from the Twins bullpen. The Twins losing a one-run ball game, 7-6.
Yeah, they tried to come back. Just came up a little short.
Jorge Polanco with a big 3-run home run. Baseball equivalent of putting on the foil. Get his wrists wrapped here for Game 2. One sub-story here before we get started. Max Kepler, who you see to the left of your screen there, was in the original starting lineup, and he has been scratched for the nightcap, and we don't know why, but we see him sitting there.
And Polanco was not, so he's trying to get ready. Adrianza was going to play short. Rosario in left. Now Rosario moves over to right. Adrianza moves over to left. Puts Polanco back in the ballgame, which, hey, he's swinging that pretty good. He hit the big 3-run home run to put the Twins within 1 run.
Polanco and Adrianza checking with Kepler. And you can read what you want into that gesture, but maybe Kepler just simply has got some flu-like symptoms or whatever. At any rate, the White Sox take the field. Twins had a 4-game winning streak come to an end. Paul Molitor hoping that he can get yet another split. This is the 6th doubleheader for the Twins this year. They lost both ends at home against the Indians. They split the others, and that's, of course, the best they can hope for now with losing Game 1. The Menards batting order, revised though it is. Dozier leading off, Eddie Rosario, Joe Mauer, Kenny Vargas in as the designated hitter, Eduardo Escobar, Byron Buxton, Jorge Polanco, Jason Castro, and Ehire Adrianza, the birthday boy.
And in Game 2, it'll be 23-year-old Carson Fulmer starting for the White Sox, just getting called up, making his first major league start. Now, last year they had him in the bullpen. That did not fare too well. He did have 1 relief appearance against the Twins. Former #1 pick out of Vanderbilt University. They like his stuff down in the minor leagues. ERA a little bit high, but don't go off of that. This young man has very good fastball, hard-breaking ball, and a changeup.
White Sox out of the field. Lurie Garcia, Avisail Garcia with Adam Engel in the middle. In the outfield, in the Yolmer Sanchez, Tyler Saladino, Alan Hansen, Nicky Delmonico. Sad to say, Jose Abreu is in the lineup as their designated hitter, and Kevin Smith doing the catching. Abreu will just hit. That's what he does best anyway.
Fulmer just 23 years old. AAA numbers 7 and 8 in 24 starts. Worked 122 innings. He walked 63. That's on the high side with 95 strikeouts.
And Boston's leading Cleveland 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th at Progressive Field. We'll update you with that score throughout the evening as the Twins hope to gain a split here in Chicago. It is now a 5-game series because of the postponement from the game in May. Dozier in the box. Here we go. And Dozier takes down and away ball 1.
Well, Fulmer made his 5th major league appearance against the Twins in Minnesota. He allowed only 1 hit, 1 run, and it was a home run he gave up to Brian Dozier.
Bouncer toward the hole. Backhanded by Saladino. High throw. Able to keep his foot on the bag is Delmonico, 1 away. And that'll bring up Eddie Rosario.
Saladino going to his right. Just to get that little short hop. Has plenty of time to set, but the throw is off the mark a little bit.
Rosario hitting second. Twins faced a left-handed starter, Carlos Rodon, in Game 1. And Rosario hit down in the order.
Yeah, Rosario got a base hit in his last at-bat. Kept his hitting streak alive at 11 games. Base hit in the 8th inning. That started the 3-run rally for the Twins.
Inside ball 1. Twins scored the first run of the game this afternoon, then gave up 7 straight runs. Came back from 7-1 to make it 7-6. 1-0 to Rosario. And a foul ball, 1-1. Melville made the start. Fair to popped up behind the mound. And caught by Sanchez, 2 down.
Yeah, Melville, you know, he didn't pitch that bad. He just kind of, in the 4th inning, the 3-run home run to Sanchez, that kind of hurt him a lot, but gave up a couple runs in the first. 5 total in 3 1/3 innings. Only 4 hits allowed, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts.
Joe hit the ball hard 3 times in the ballgame. Got 1 hit. Lined out with the tying run at second in the 8th inning. Strike 1 to Mauer.
That's more the 4-seam fastball. We've also seen the 2-seamer that has some sink to it. Didn't take him long to get up here to the big leagues. 54 minor league starts.
Driven to left. Garcia back right up. That's almost the same line drive he hit in the 8th inning with the tying run at second. A 1-2-3 first on 7 pitches. We had a rain delay of 19 minutes late in the first game, and the forecast is for some occasional precipitation here throughout the nightcap. Menard's batting order for the White Sox: Leury Garcia, Yolmer Sanchez, Jose Abreu, Nicky Delmonico, Avisail Garcia, Kevin Smith, Tyler Saladino, Alan Hansen, and Adam Engel.
And it'll be 31-year-old Dylan G on the mound, making his first start in a Twins uniform, his 5th appearance overall. Signed with the Twins in late June after being designated for assignment by the Rangers. He refused that minor league assignment and became a free agent. Signed with the Twins.
And he's pitched well in the long relief role. Now hoping to have a good start. Fastball's outside, ball 1. Garcia, Sanchez, and Abreu in the Chicago first. Strike in the inside corner.
Now Dylan G has faced the White Sox before. This is his 2nd career start against them, his 4th game. All of his appearances came last year with the Kansas City Royals.
Popped up short left. Adrians is out there, and he makes the catch. 1 away.
And for some reason, G has a lot of success against the White Sox. In a start and 2 relief appearances, a total of 3-0 against the White Sox with a 1.59 earned run average.
Like it. Northland Ford defense for the Twins with the Kepler scratch. Adrianza, Buxton, Rosario across the outfield. Escobar, Polanco, Dozier, Mauer, the infielders, and Castro behind the plate.
Yeah, his only start against the White Sox last year when he was with the Royals came here back on May 20th. He won that ball game 4-1. He worked 5 innings, gave up 1 run. And I think that's what the Twins would like to get out of him here tonight.
Got through game 1 even with the short start on just using just 3 pitchers. Ground ball, Mauer with a nice catch. And a quick second out for Dylan T.
Nice play right there by Joe. He's made 1 error this year. And that was on a foul ball that was kind of came back and dropped out of his glove. That was it. He hasn't made an error between the lines.
No. And I'm pretty sure of this. After the drop foul pop, the batter was retired, I think, on the very next pitch. Here's Abreu with 2 gone, hit a home run. And game 1 has been swinging the bat well. Up high, ball 1.
Yeah, Abreu from Cuba. He defected from Cuba back in 2013, signed with the White Sox, and his first 3 years, awesome. I mean, over 30 home runs a season. Nice pitch right there, jams him. And a quick 1-2-3 first.
Each starting pitcher with a 7-pitch first inning. On the disabled list, Kenny Vargas was activated and will lead off the second as the designated hitter. Then Eduardo Escobar and Byron Buxton.
Yeah, Vargas pinch hit in game 1 in the 8th inning, ended up drawing a walk. Later scored.
Down and in, ball 1 to Vargas.
Polanco's 3-run home run.
Swing 2-0. Twins have always liked Vargas's swing from this side of the plate better than the swing from the right side of the plate. He should get quite a few at bats here tonight as a left-handed batter. Swing and a miss, 2-1. In addition to the Boston-Cleveland game, a couple of other games of interest to Twins fan. Texas and Los Angeles later on, Seattle and Atlanta. Ball line foul, 2-2. With today's game having already been played 39 games, less than a quarter of the schedule left. And the Twins in really good shape in the wild card hunt, right in the middle of it. Foul back again.
Former, as I mentioned, out of Vanderbilt University. Boy, they produce some good quality pitchers out of that university. Nashville, Tennessee.
And Vargas
a chance to see that campus in Nashville, Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Beautiful, beautiful campus.
What led you there?
We were there for a baseball function.
Okay. Fulmer threw 7 pitches in a 1-2-3 first inning, and he's thrown 7 to Vargas here to start the second.
Yeah, both starters used only 7 pitches to get 3 outs.
4 straight fouls in this at bat. G hoping for some early run support. And another foul.
Good at bat so far for Vargas, fouling off some pitches.
We saw that happen in the first game with Tim Melville giving up a lot of foul balls to the Chicago hitters. One of the reasons he wasn't able to get through the 4th. And now 3-2. Escobar on deck.
Believe me, I've been out there. When you face a guy that you're going to throw 7, 8, 9 pitches to, you say, you know what, that hitter gets the advantage. Because you've thrown everything to him.
That's a heck of a walk by Kenny Vargas. And the leadoff man is on here in the second. We talked about Fulmer, and control's been a bit of an issue for him. A 10-pitch walk to start the second inning.
I'll take a look at all the pitches that were thrown in this at bat to Kenny Vargas. I mean, all over the place except down and away. The last one up and away.
Escobar will bat.
Escobar had a couple hits in game 1. RBI single in the first inning and a double in the 6th.
Yeah, he takes strike 1.
Escobar taking over at third base with Sano on a disabled list.
High fly to left. Luring Garcia. Makes the catch 1 away. We'll bring up Buxton. Byron with a double and a sacrifice fly this afternoon. The double extending his hitting streak. 11 games where he's hit just about 400. The 11th run batted in coming on a fly ball.
Yeah, that was the inside park home run. Pulled a double in the second inning. Right down that third baseline.
Base hit left field, jumping on the first pitch. We've seen him do that with great success, ambushing that first pitch if it's a fastball that he likes. First and second, 1 down. Time now for tonight's State Farm combo, and the Twins have a whole bunch of guys that are really swinging it well in August.
Yeah, offensively the Twins are scoring some runs. Guys having long hitting streaks. Brian Dozier with 8 home runs. Polanco, who's up here now, he hit a big 3-run home run in game 1 that made it a 7-6 ball game, the final score.
That is a right-handed batter. Inside a ball. And if you're Kenny Vargas, there's a real small part of you that's saying right now, please don't hit a double.
Well, if you're going to hit a double, get it past the outfielders.
Because of who is behind him at first base. A high fly to deep right field. That's not a double.
Who needs a double?
Another 3-run home run for Polanco. Got one in game 1 late, and he gets one tonight early.
Home run number 7 on the year for Polanco. And for Jorge, that's his 3rd as a left-handed hitter.
I tell you what, I'm so happy for Polanco because he was in a deep, deep slump for about 2 months. Right now, there might not be a hotter hitter in the league.
Look at that. Ball came back right into that swing, the uppercut swing. The same swing he had as a right-handed hitter in game 1. He clobbered that one.
And now Now Castro takes a strike on the outside corner. Just his 8th and 9th career home runs have come in his last 2 at bats. Castro takes a strike over the inside corner. 0-2.
There's that leadoff walk again that seems to come up in an inning that either the Twins score or their offense or the other team scores.
Castro lifts it deep and foul down the line, chased by Lurie Garcia. Did he not take the right angle on that?
Well, he came and then he kind of slowed down right there. You could see the guys, the security guys down there with their chairs.
But I mean, I think the ball ended up behind him.
We'll take a look right here. He's trying to track the ball. He looks away and then ball landed just in the first row. Little obstacle he had to get around.
2 strikes to Castro.
Let's try it again.
Deeper, closer to fair territory. Gaining on that left field foul pole. The Twins would like Castro to hit one out. He's a big guy, big, strong guy. And homered since early June. June 8th at Safeco Field. Walk. That was a heck of a walk on 10 pitches, and it opened up what is at least a 3-run inning. And Castro with a great at bat. Whistles one into center field for a 1-out single.
Good at bat for Castro right there.
And now on his 28th birthday, A-Ray Adrianza will hit.
I'll take a look at the pitch. It's a fastball away. Getting good wood on that, right over the head of the shortstop. Saladino leaps, but too high over his head.
I don't know Adrianza that well, but I'm guessing he would not want us to sing happy birthday.
No. I don't want to sing happy birthday to him. I just want to wish him happy birthday.
And I think the people in our TV truck are speaking for our viewers. They don't want us to sing happy birthday to Adrianza, 28 years old today.
Adrianza from Venezuela, originally signed by the Giants, came over from the Giants.
Outside, and it's 2-0.
Spent 4 seasons with the Giants up and down, became a free agent, signed with the Twins over the winter. Excuse me, he's claimed off waivers from Milwaukee.
Yep, he was
in February.
Property of the Brewers for about 24 hours. Yep. Strike ball on the outside corner. Adrianza told me when we were in Milwaukee that he signed all the papers that were faxed to him when he was with the Brewers, and then the next day he had to sign the same forms when he became property of the Twins. Fouled away. 2-2. Dozier on deck. Now 3-2.
Can almost see Fulmer sometimes just rearing back and letting it fly. Is he trying to hit his spot? I think that hopefully he'll work on. Just let it fly. Are you pitching or are you throwing?
Shot foul with Castro off on the pitch. Only 1 out, and the Twins sent Castro towards second base.
'54 minor league starts for Fulmer. 13 wins, 18 losses, an ERA at 4.86.
7 pitches in the first inning, already 27 in the second. The ball gets away, and Castro did not have the chance to advance.
Looked like it was in and out of the glove of DeMonico. Throw over to first base. DeMonico took his eye off the ball for a second.
Jeff Smith was trying to get Castro back up on his feet towards second base. He may be able to walk there anyway. Castro goes again, and it's ball 4.
Good call. Second walk of the inning for Fulmer.
The first inning couldn't have gone any quicker, and this is, I believe, the 19th trip to the mound by Don Cooper in this doubleheader.
See Smith right there trying to get him back in the strike zone. Young man has a great arm.
In the inning, a walk, a fly ball, a single, a home run, a single, a walk.
He got his feet wet last year, Fulmer did, and out of that bullpen. Went down to AAA this year. Made 24 starts. AAA affiliate is in Charlotte.
Dozier, the batter, hit a hard 2-hopper toward the hole, cut off by Saladino, who threw him out. Pitch is up. Talked about Dozier after he drew his leadoff walk this afternoon. 10 walks in the last 5 games for Bryant. And ball 2 in this at bat.
That's where Bryant's right here. He's looking for the second 3-run home run of the inning. Like to get something middle in. Smith going to sit away.
Keyhole and blasted.
There it is.
6-0.
You had a good call on the walks. I had a good call on the 3-run home run. Second 3-run home run of the inning for the Twins. And for Brian Dozier, his 26th home run. Well, the Twins offense giving Dylan G a lot of support. The same they gave Bartolo Colon a couple yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
The 9-run first, yes.
6-run second inning, highlighted by 2 3-run home runs.
And in this series, in the last couple of innings, the Twins have hit 3 3-run home runs. Here's Rosario, up and away. In case you're wondering, no activity in the Chicago bullpen. Whether you were wondering or not, there's no activity in the Chicago bullpen. Rosario takes outside, 2-0.
Well, Bryant's second home run against Fulmer. Again, he didn't get one last year against him. A solo home run, this time a 3-run home run.
3-0, Mauer on deck.
No, you see what I'm saying? I mean, he doesn't really, he looks like he's just throwing the ball. He doesn't really trying to hit a spot or trying to maybe move that 2-seamer down and away or fastball in to lefties. He's just throwing.
And he's walked Rosario on 4 pitches, and that's not the easiest thing to do.
The 3rd walk of the inning.
And now Mauer will bat.
Well, he got the count in his favor. They tried to go away, but that little ball came right back into that swing zone.
We usually see Bryant get a pitch elevated and blast it out. That pitch was down around the knees.
Very nice gesture. It was a home run glove, son.
To an Abreu fan. Well, here's Mauer. He lined out to left. Sent Garcia to the warning track to the same spot he sent Garcia in the 8th inning this afternoon. There's ball 1.
Twins have hit around here in the 2nd inning.
I stand corrected. There's now activity in the Chicago bullpen. It's back warming up. Yep. 6 straight out of the strike zone since Dozier's home run, and Dozier hit his home run on a 2-0 pitch. There's a strike on the outside corner. On deck.
Well, only 7 in the first. Next pitch will be number 40
of this inning.
Yes.
9th man to bat, and it's 3-1 to Mauer. Whoa!
Joe has to put his pad back on.
I don't know when Fulmer's birthday is, but happy birthday. Full count. Still only 1 out in the inning. Insult to injury just blocked Rosario to second.
Well, they had 3 balks down in AAA. Take a look right here at the balk.
And now it's 3-2 to Mauer, and a walk, of course, would make the balk moot. And that's under the glove of the third baseman Sanchez. Hit hard to the backhand side. And Sanchez will be charged with an error, I believe. 1st and 3rd with Rosario moving up a base, and that'll be it for Carson Fulmer.
Well, Joe hit this ball sharply to Sanchez's right. Ball didn't come up as much as he thought, maybe, but in and out of the glove. And good base running by Eddie Rosario, advancing to 3rd.
Covey will come in with the Twins threatening to score even more. game and another one to get the scoring started. And then Brian Dozier followed up with another 3-run home run. And Kenny Vargas will have a chance to hit one here against the new Chicago pitcher, Dylan Covey.
Yeah, Covey been on a disabled list for the White Sox a couple times due to shoulder injuries. Making just his 11th appearance on the season, 40 1/3 innings. He did make 8 starts. Very high ERA at 8.93. He's allowed 15 home runs.
Vargas started it all this inning with a 10-pitch walk. A whole handful of 2-strike fouls kept the at-bat alive. Now he takes inside ball 1.
Covey with a fastball in the low 90s. He'll mix in a curveball. That's a very good pitch for him. Occasional slider and a changeup.
Rosario walked. He's at third. Mauer reached on an error. Slapped towards third. Picked up by Sanchez. Out there. And a double play ends the inning. But a good inning for the Twins with a pair of 3-run home runs. And Dylan G's been staked to an early 6-0 lead. Time. Yeah. 6 runs in the second. A couple of 3-run home runs. Dylan G will face Nicky Delmonico to start the second. Up and away, ball 1.
And Dylan G, who has 125 major league starts before this one, knows what he needs to do. And he's trying to get 3 quick outs if he can.
Ball 1, now ball 2. Delmonico, Avisail Garcia, and Kevin Smith. Popped up behind third. Escobar, Adrianza, and Adrianza squeezes it one away. Let's go to Kevin Gore.
Yeah, Polanco,
I'm sorry. Polanco at short.
All right. It's time for our car soup scoop from the clubhouse. We'll start with the catcher, Jason Castro. I talked to him earlier today about catching in a doubleheader with all the baseball this week. You try to be more efficient with your pitcher to help get him more innings. He said you don't want to change who they are. The quicker you can get the chemistry going and the rhythm and make him get into that comfort zone, he'll go deep into the game. It will take care of itself. I think Dick mentioned earlier about Paul Molitor talking about Miguel Sano being out of this lineup. What a big bat that is, and how he talked to the guys about not trying to do too much to make up for that bat. Well, so far, so good. 12 runs yesterday, 6 in game 1 today, already 6 in game number 2. Neil Allen talking about the guy right there on the mound, Dylan G. Said he's got to get fastball command, get ahead, and avoid the middle of the lineup led by Abreu. So far, so good there as well, boys.
He's trying to outdo himself from the first inning when he only threw 7 pitches. He's got 2 outs on 4 pitches in the second.
Well, second one hopper right back to him. Abreu hit that one hopper to end the first inning, and right there Garcia hits a one hopper back to him.
And now Kevin Smith, the catcher. Inside, ball 1. And now a swing and a foul.
Giovanni Soto was the catcher, one of the 2 catchers besides Narvis when the season opened, and Soto went down with an arm injury, allowed Smith to come up. He's doing pretty well behind the plate, also offensively. Hitting .284, 3 home runs. Narvis caught game 1.
1-2 to Smith. And Smith asked for time. Two and 2. Nick Lentz is behind the plate with the doubleheader. Of course, the umpires get to add someone to the crew.
And Nick Lentz, of course, with game 1 had game 1 off. You know, you heard him really yell out, you know, call timeout, and Greg Gibson did the same thing.
Right.
Game 1. I don't know if it's because there's not a lot of people here, but you could hear him.
2 and 2. G trying to wrap up another 1-2-3 inning. Fastball just off the plate.
I think where we saw Fulmer just fly, you know, let it fly. You see G has a little more experience. He's trying to hit his spots, going inside now.
That's a fair ball. Backhand, kind of a funny hop by Escobar. Or to Escobar. He stayed with it, fired across to Mauer, and it is a 1-2-3 second for G, this time on 11 pitches. Stadium last month, even without Clayton Kershaw, they looked very good. Well, now it looks like they're going to get Clayton Kershaw back. Our Sanford Health injury report.
Think they need him back?
Maybe not in August, maybe not in September, but I'll bet they'd love to have him back for October. 15-2 on the season. Here's the National League West, a 20-game lead over a really good Colorado team. Leadoff man in the third, Eduardo Escobar, facing Dylan Covey. Escobar hit a fly ball to left his first time up. Inside, ball one. Dodgers have won more at home than the White Sox have all season, home and road. Dodgers with 51 wins, or home wins, and the White Sox have just 48 on the season.
It's an amazing ball club, the LA Dodgers.
And they don't want anything to happen to disrupt the momentum that they have going into the postseason. In terms of injuries, can't imagine a long losing streak at this point, but 3-0 to Escobar. The 6-run second inning started with a walk. And ball four.
Fourth walk the Twins have taken so far. First by Covey.
Bring up Buxton. Stretch it out at Target Field with Yoga Night on Wednesday, September 6th. The event features a 1-hour on-the-field yoga class taught by Core Power. The event tickets include a Twins branded yoga mat, Twins game tickets, and a donation to the Twins Community Fund. You can get your tickets at twinsbaseball.com/yoga.
Oh, you still thinking about it?
I'm still thinking about it. You're telling me I got to wear yoga pants.
Well, I'm not saying that you have. I would suggest that everybody else is going to. And you kind of want to blend in. You don't want to stand there with shorts on.
No.
I think tights. Yoga tights.
No, they're yoga pants. They're called yoga pants. I refuse to crawl into yoga tights, but I will consider going into yoga pants. One strike to Buxton, and now a ball. Byron jumped on the first pitch he saw in the second inning, lined a single to left, then scored on the Polanco home run. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Smith with a nice pickup on the pitch in the dirt. 2-2.
Yeah, Covey, 26 years old. He is a Rule 5 pickup. Last year pitched at the AA level for the Oakland A's and then picked up in the Rule 5 draft by the Chicago White Sox.
And Byron strikes out. 1-1.
Hard slider right there. Covey picking up his first strikeout. The first Twin to strike out.
Now Polanco, who in the first game is a right-handed batter, and then in the second game is a left-handed batter, has back-to-back 3-run homers.
That off of Derek Holland. Made it a 7-6 ball game. And here in the second inning, off of Fulmer, a 3-run home run.
Strike over the inside corner. Night games coming up tomorrow night, Wednesday night and Thursday night. And the Twins go to Toronto. Their first look at the Blue Jays this year. And kicks away, and that will allow Escobar to go to second.
A wild pitch should be called on Covey. That's his fourth wild pitch of the year. Breaking ball.
That should have been blocked.
That should have been blocked. Somehow you got to keep that ball in front of you.
Most catchers on a pitch like that would get the glove out of the way, you know, and it looked like that hit the heel of the glove and then kicked away. And the knees, 1-2.
A lot of catchers will drop to their knees too, that allow a hit off their chest protector.
One and two. Foul. Escobar at second after the leadoff walk. The following wild pitch. Off the plate, 2-2. Swing, but he went. And Polanco strikes out 2 down.
And Covey picking up back-to-back strikeouts.
Bring up Castro, line to single to center. That helped set up Dozier's 3-run home run last inning. One strike. Castro, the only position player not used in the game this afternoon. Twins finish the ball game. One strike to Castro. Mitch Garver catching his first action in the big leagues. Twins get a leadoff walk this time. Can't do anything with it. You're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm. So 119 this afternoon with the eclipse. Wasn't that dark here, but it was noticeably darker. I guess we had mostly cloudy skies this afternoon for the eclipse. Twins players congregated out on the field. A lot of them had the eclipse glasses.
Same ones we wore.
Yes.
In our pregame hit.
Another one coming up in 7 years. I'm keeping mine.
I knew you would.
Tyler Saladino will lead off the third. I don't know where you have to go. Maybe Australia or someplace for the next. No, I think the next one to hit North America is in 7 years. Here's strike one to Saladino. Then Hansen, then Engel. So far 6 up, 6 down for Dylan G. One and one.
Saladino in his 3rd season with the White Sox, kind of a utility type player, starting this game at short. Seen him at second. Average down to 196.
Bouncer to third. Nice pickup by Escobar. And a bullet will throw across the diamond, 1 away.
He's had a nice couple plays already. Had to go to his right and get that ball that Smith hit, and right there going to his left.
And he knows he's going to get the bulk of the time at third base in Sano's absence. Has prepared himself for that.
He's a good defensive player, no matter where you put Esky.
7 up, 7 down for G. 5 of them ground ball outs, and here's Alan Hansen. Outside, ball 1.
Hansen, new to the White Sox organization, selected off waivers from the Pittsburgh Pirates on June 9th. So for the Pirates earlier this year and a little bit last year.
3-0. 2-1. Beg your pardon.
Kind of late call right there.
Pulled foul. 2-2. Boston leading 4-3, bottom of the 8th inning. Cleveland in that game. Andrew Miller came off the field, unable to throw harder than 90 miles per hour, and he went straight to the clubhouse. I don't know whether that knee is acting up on him again. What a big blow that'd be for the Indians. Chip to left. And it is Rosario, Adrianza making the catch for out number 2. And now tonight's cold hard fact brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Light. And Dylan G, starter number 16. Seen him in the long relief role, but Tim Melville was number 15 this afternoon, and now Dylan G is the 16th.
One thing about Dylan G, as I mentioned before, he's got 125 major league starts coming into this game. He's got some success at the big league level.
Deep to the right field corner. And a foul ball. 1 strike.
He could be one of these pieces, you know, that might be added into that rotation. 48 wins in the big leagues, 46 losses, an ERA just over 4. Came up with the Mets, pitched for the Royals and the Rangers. Rangers earlier this year.
Derek Falvey and Thad Levine have given a lot of, or sought out a lot of different options to try to fill out the back of the rotation. Guys who've toiled a long time in the minor league given a chance. Tim Melville getting a chance, but you can imagine, they can speak for themselves, but you can imagine as we get towards September, they're going to feel a little more comfortable, I would imagine, with guys like Dylan G, who've had success in the big leagues. And if the Twins can carry this momentum into September, having that experience is going to mean volumes, I would think, to this pitching staff that is trying to pitch well enough to support what's been a really good lineup.
Yeah, his best year, he threw 199 innings for the Mets in 2013, won 12 ball games. Had some arm injuries that kind of held him back. Good movement on that sinking fastball. Spot started for the Royals in 2016, and then this year for the Rangers, made 1 start, 3 relief appearances. Good pitch.
In his 126 career starts, just the 4th time that Dylan G has started the game with 3 1-2-3 innings. On Fox Sports North is presented by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. Hey, Ray Adrianza leading off the Twins' fourth. You like that last stat?
You know what? I got to go back. I know that you do a lot of research, but you said this was, you know, Dylan G's 126 career start.
Right, yes.
It's the only time and only the fourth time he started a game 9 up, 9 down.
That's right.
How do you know all that stuff?
I got a good stats guy. Ethan over here is the best. He's a rotten weather forecaster. Horrible weather.
That is awesome, though. I mean, they have numbers for everything, but think about that. All right, how many times has he retired? 12 up, 12 down.
Once.
One time.
Ethan
okay,
says.
well, go get him, Dylan.
3-0 to Adrianza. He's a number 9 batter. He walked and scored his first time up. Dylan Covey walked the leadoff man in the third. And now he throws a strike, 3-1. Adrianza, Dozier, and Rosario in the Twins' fourth. A couple of 3-run home runs in the second, knocking out Chicago starter Carson Fulmer. And there's a 5-pitch walk. It's the third inning in a row where the White Sox pitcher has issued a leadoff walk.
5 walks the Twins have taken.
And Dozier, who hit a 3-run home run last time, will stand in now with a man aboard. This a straight up doubleheader. No extended time between the end of one game and start of the other. Ain't necessary because by the time we were rained out here in May, the Twins had already reached their maximum allowable number of 3 split doubleheaders. One strike to Brian Dozier. Adrianza goes, and he's got a swipe of second base.
Had a great jump right there.
And the count to Dozier, 1-1.
Adrianza's got good speed. That's his 8th stolen base in 9 attempts. Got a good jump right there. Smith solo 1 hops. Hansen. But that's stolen off the pitcher right there.
Sharply hit into left. Adrianza hesitated briefly. He'll be in third base. And the Twins are off to a good start here in the fourth. First and third. Nobody out for Eddie Rosario.
Yeah, Brian picking up his second hit. And you're right, Adrianza had to kind of hold up to make sure that the third baseman, Sanchez, well, hit very sharply.
You can see from that shot, the base hit went to left field. There was 200 feet between Engel in left center field and Garcia, who was playing in typical, kind of a typical right field position for a left-handed batter. Here's Rosario. Little walk in the second, popped up to third in the first.
Brian did steal a base in game 1 in the first inning, his 12th stolen base of the year. And a couple throw-overs.
Let's try to add on here in the fourth inning. They get 1. And they get 2. They're going to, I think, check at second base. Jeff Smith says you better take a look and make sure that The shortstop, Saladino, was on the bag. A run comes in. It's 7-0.
That pulls up. No double play. Excuse me. No RBI for Rosario. Probably broke his bat on this. Right there, Hansen. Over to Saladino.
I don't know that his foot was on the bag. No longer have the neighborhood play. Here is Mauer. Side, ball one. Twins didn't challenge it. Maybe not wanting to disrupt the mojo they got going in this game.
Adrianza picking scoring. Twins take a 7-0 lead.
Strike called, and it's 1-1. Indians tied up the Red Sox in the 8th inning. It's 4-4. Baltimore beat Oakland 7-3. Seattle leading Atlanta 6-5 in the top of the 9th. Mariners batting. Sliced foul. One and two. Our DH this afternoon, playing at first base. Mitch Garver got his second straight start at first. Just missed. Close pitch. Wow. 2-2.
Well, they won it up.
To the leadoff walk at 7-0. Thanks to Toyota, let's get caught up.
Well, a 3-run home run by Jorge Polanco in that 6-run third inning. And then 3 batters later is Brian Dozier with his 3-run home run. Twins took a 6-0 lead. And Dylan G 9 up, 9 down. For only the 4th time in 126 starts. He has retired 9 up, 9 down. He's got a chance here. Only one time he has retired 12 straight batters at the beginning of a ball game.
How many starts?
126 now.
Strike one. Fouled away, 2 strikes. Dylan G. Just 35 pitches, 21 strikes. He's mixed in all his pitches. And a called third strike.
And a second straight strikeout. And the other one that got Engel was a called third strike. Almost the same spot, fastball in. Couple away, and then that little two-seamer that comes back on the inner part of the plate for strike 3. That's pitching.
Yolmer Sanchez hit a ground ball to Mauer in the first inning. Strike on the outside corner.
It's hitting away again. Good off-speed pitch right there. You know, Castro hasn't caught G a lot, and I think, you know, same with Jimenez. He didn't catch Melville a lot, but you know, when you only suggest something, as a catcher does, pinky inside, they're going to try to do it again.
That's to left field, chased by Adrianza. Buxton's there too, but Adrianza with the catch. 11 up, 11 down. Fox Sports North is partnering with Girls on the Run to find responsible, enthusiastic males and females to serve as volunteer coaches. Volunteer coaches come from all walks of life and do not need to be runners. Most important criteria is being a positive role model and demonstrating a dedication to Girls on the Run core values of inclusivity, optimism, and gratitude. Learn more at gotrtwincities.org/coach. Outside to Jose Abreu. And a quick one-hopper back to G for the final out of the first inning.
Hey, pitched him hard inside. That Abreu hit that one-hopper back to him. His first at bat.
Back in the zone, 1-1. Popped up right field.
12 up, 12 down.
Go ahead. I know you're dying to do it.
It's only the second time now in 126 major league starts he's started a ball game 12 up, 12 down.
Nice. Vargas leading off the Twins' fifth. Vargas takes a strike. The Mountain Dew fans of the game are back.
How about that?
They were here for the afternoon game.
The kids are still up.
I love doubleheaders. Well, I still love them, but when I was a kid, are you kidding? Two for the price of one?
Pretty good deal. Doubleheaders are good babysitters too. You know, you drop the kid off 10 o'clock and say go to the ballpark, pick them up after the ball game.
You actually did that?
Oh, sounds good.
Actually, it sounds kind of awful. You just drop your 9-year-old off at the ballpark.
No, I was thinking more like 13, 14 years old.
Good. 2-1.
Not the little ones.
To center. And angle range is over. Vargas retired. 1-1. Target Field's a great place to spend time with the people who are important to you, like your 9-year-old kids. Groups of 25 or more are eligible for discounts on tickets, and per-ticket fees are eliminated. Arrange your group of 25 adults or kids, plus today by visiting twinsbaseball.com/groups or call 800-33-TWINS. Ask about a Twins Target Field group outing. One down in the 5th. Here's Eduardo Escobar. Seattle beat Atlanta 6-5, so the Mariners will pick up some ground on the Twins, even if the Twins get a split. We talked early this afternoon about the Twins' hopes of sweeping the doubleheader, but it's hard to do when you lose the first game.
Yep.
And the Twins have lost the opening game of all 6 doubleheaders this year. So what we saw this afternoon maybe shouldn't have surprised us. In the other 4 of the 5 other doubleheaders, the Twins have won the nightcap and are off to a good start, obviously, tonight. 1-1 to Escobar. 1-2. So fans are dying to know. I don't know if you know or not. For Dylan G, what's his longest outing without allowing a base runner?
We asked Ethan, of course, and he said 4 2/3 innings, so 14 up, 14 down.
So he has never gone 5 innings, 15 up, 15 down.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Well, he's certainly given the Twins a great start here, with the Twins giving him the early run support. Twins had a hard time. Well, in fact, starter Tim Melville didn't get through the 4th inning this afternoon.
I know Dylan G. I mean, he'd rather start than be in the bullpen. So maybe he's making a little statement right here tonight.
German foul. Mentioned that G, instead of accepting the minor league assignment by the Rangers, signed with the Twins. They brought him to the major league club. Never used him, and then he did accept, or I guess he had no choice. He's on the 40-man roster with whatever the contract was that he signed with the Twins. He had to go to Rochester and started. Pitched well. And continued to pitch well. The Twins again have auditioned so many different people to fill out the rotation, including Bartolo Colon, who's now a fixture. Maybe that's the fate that will settle G into the rotation as well. Delmonico does not look like a real good first baseman. Escobar trying for second, and he is out at second. Escobar thinks he's safe. Delmonico didn't dive so much for the ball as he tipped over and reached for it. And the Twins may take a look at it. It's a single. And right now, Garcia.
Escobar sliding on the outfield side, thinking he got that right leg.
I don't think.
On second base. Let's see. Take a look right here. No, it looked like he got him on the knee before.
I don't know. Contact. Yeah, the Twins aren't going to challenge it.
Well, it'll be a base hit. Be a base hit, and then a 9-6 put out at second base.
2 down, and now Byron Buxton, a single to left, a run scored, and a strikeout. A high fly deep down the left field line.
Gone.
And gone. A home run. Buxton hits number 9 again on the first pitch. watched a lot of Twins home runs, and now Buxton hitting one with the bases empty.
Well, he continues to swing a hot bat. Hit on his first at bat in the second inning. He jumped on a fastball from Fulmer and got the base hit. This time it's a breaking ball. He went down and got it airborne, stayed fair. Twins lead 8-0.
Outside to Polanco.
See the breaking ball? See how strong he is.
Well, but again, his foundation, his legs under him, there's no movement. He's able to stay on fastballs and hit them to center or right field and then react to the breaking ball. Polanco's thrown out. The Twins add one more in the fifth on another home run. This one with the bases empty, and you're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm.
Nothing at Twin fans. Don't forget at Twin home games you bring your Circle Me signs. No, they didn't. They hereby circle. You may find yourself in the Minnesota Lottery winner circle, where you could win $100 worth of lottery scratch-off tickets, courtesy of the Minnesota Lottery.
No, that guy, that's Mike Binkley. He's been in the recently retired in the TV news business. Nicky Delmonico will lead off the fifth inning. 12 up, 12 down for Dylan G. And it all ends on that. A home run for Delmonico. And it's 8-1.
Delmonico hitting his 6th home run of the year. And the first home run that G has allowed in a Twins uniform. Looks like a breaking ball that Delmonico got airborne. It's an 8-1 ball game. Take a look at the pitch right here. A little cutter. And just over the fence here in right field.
Now, here's Garcia. You are known to give up a home run or two.
Or 3. Or 4.
Did you ever realize it was a home run before the bat made contact with the ball?
Yeah.
Because it kind of looked like G wasn't real happy. Here's a ball hit to left center, but it's in the ballpark. And Adrianza picks it off one down. Looked like G was reacting forlornly, shall we say, before the bat made contact with the ball.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when you release that baseball, you're going, uh-oh, I'm going to get another ball, but it's not that one.
Kevin Smith with one down in the fifth. Smith hit a ground ball to third. 45 pitches and only twice has G gotten a swing and a miss. Ball 1. Rangers and Angels tied at 1, top of the third inning. Mile in the air. feet from home plate. 2-0. Love Your Melon Nights coming up September 14th. A limited number of special ticket packages, including game ticket and a Twins Love Your Melon beanie. Every ticket sold goes to support Love Your Melon's program to donate a hat to every child battling cancer in the United States. For details and tickets, visit twinsbaseball.com/loveyourmelon. I believe we sent you, our family sent you a Love Your Melon cap last year. My daughter Hannah was involved and still is with their program.
Yes.
You don't need a stocking cap very often in Florida, I don't suppose.
I wear it on the winter caravan. I did this
do you
last
really?
winter
Okay, good.
caravan. Yes, sir. It was a very, very nice gift from Hannah.
1-1 to Tyler Saladino.
Well, G getting some fly ball outs now. 5 of the first 6 outs were recorded on the ground. Now last 5 outs recorded have been via the fly ball.
2-1.
Does have a couple strikeouts.
You know, for a while he was tempting to make history here. No hitter
for him. Yes.
Perfect game. Shutout. All that's gone now. Back to the original chore for G, which is to get as many outs as he can, pitch as many innings as he can.
Well, the pitch count's still very, very good. 51 pitches, 31 strikes.
Gets the mound. That helps. It's get directed toward Dozier, and after the home run, 3 quick outs, and we head to the 6th with the Twins up comfortably.
Story in baseball takes us to Pittsburgh, where the Pirates had a 3-0 lead, but then the Grandy man came through. Second straight game with a home run. This is a grand slam. At the time, it put the Dodgers up 5-3. The Pirates have come back with a couple of runs in the 8th. They're playing in the 10th. It's a 5-5 game. The Dodgers, the rich just keep getting richer. They just picked up Granderson in a trade. He's 36 years old, but boy, is this guy clutch. He can produce. The grand slam tonight, guys, again, as we talked about during game 1. Dodgers 87-35 and 20 games up in the NL West. Wow.
You know, I root for Granderson. He's one of those guys who's not only a great player, he's a great player off the field, too.
He might be the nicest man in Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
You know, he really, and he gets a chance to get out of the Mets situation, and everything the Dodgers are touching is turning to gold this year. Jason Castro 1 for 2 with a run scored. Hit hard to center. Angle going back. Still going back. And there's Castro's home run. His first since early June. Number 7 on the year.
And number 7 for Castro. The 4th home run hit by the Twins in game 2 here.
A couple of 3-run home runs. Now a couple of solo shots.
Yeah, breaking ball. Castro goes down and hits it straightaway center. 400 feet over that center field fence.
Brianza bounces to first. Delmonico to the bag, 1 away. That'll bring up Dozier.
Yeah, Covey giving up 2 of the 4 home runs. The 2 solo home runs, the 2 3-run home runs off of the starter, Carson Fulmer. Covey, a guy that can go deep into the ballgame. He had an oblique strain that put him on a disabled list, but he did make 8 starts earlier this year for the White Sox. This is his 11th appearance.
Strike 1. Dozier with a 3-run home run in the second. It was the second 3-run home run of the inning. Chris back warming up. Polanco started the scoring with a 3-run home run, and he was not supposed to be in the starting lineup tonight.
That's right.
Max Kepler was scratched about 15 minutes before game time. And we've not been given a reason why, and if we are given one, we of course will pass it along to you. But whatever, it worked out fine because Polanco hit a 3-run home run this afternoon in his last at bat of game 1, teed off in his first at bat here tonight. Two and 1 to Brian Dozier. Popped up. Delmonico. 2 away. And that'll bring up Rosario. Indians beat the Red Sox 5-4. And again in that game, Andrew Miller left. And really throwing around 95. He couldn't get it past 90 miles per hour in his outing tonight. Eddie Rosario 0 for 2 with a walk.
Yeah, Eddie again in game 1 got a base hit. Keep his hitting streak alive at 11 ball games. Looking for a hit here. Make it 12.
Foul back. The word resilient has been used to describe this Twins team a number of times. It's a discouraging thing to have happen when your big slugger in the middle of your lineup is put on the disabled list this late in the season. Twins scored enough this afternoon to win. They just lost a high scoring game 7-6, and then they lose Kepler before the ball game for whatever reason. And here they are with 9 runs up on the board and getting a whale of an effort from Dylan G.
The guys picking up each other.
Bounced foul, 1-2. Texas with a 2-1 lead over the Angels in the third. That's important because the Angels essentially tied with the Twins before play today. So if the Angels lose, the Twins will have essentially a half-game lead over the Angels, and if the Angels win their game, they'll have at least a half-game lead over the Twins. It's all provided the Twins win this game. 2-2 to Rosario.
Second time that Covey has thrown that pitch.
It's barely made it out of the grass. Mauer on deck. And a 2-hopper to Delmonico. Jason Castro started the inning with a home run, and the Twins lead is back to 8. home runs for the Twins. The most recent by Jason Castro. Now Alan Hansen will lead off the 6th against Dylan G.
Yeah, Dylan G, outstanding pitch count, 5 innings, 52 pitches, 32 for strikes. No walks, a couple strikeouts.
Hansen, Engel, and Lurie Garcia in the 6th.
It's kind of been G's track record. You look at his career numbers coming into this ballgame, making his 126 major league start, his 56 game. 830 innings, averaging 2.8 walks per 9. He hasn't walked anybody here tonight. And about 6 strikeouts per 9 innings. He's got a couple strikeouts.
Strike called, 1-2.
Working that inside part of the plate. You see the fastball that has some tail on it. Comes back. Picks up his 3rd strikeout. Good slider right there. 2 previous strikeouts were that fastball in the left-handers that came and hit the inner part of the plate. And this one, a breaking ball that goes underneath that swing of Hansen. You can see the finger up on the curveball, the breaking ball. I could never do that. I had to wrap my pointer finger with my middle finger to throw the breaking ball. Don Sutton could do that, to where he held that pointer finger up into the ball and then create that.
Like a knuckle curve.
Yeah.
Dave Goltz
had it. Excellent.
Adam Engel, a ball, and now a strike. Adrian Beltres just hit a 3-run home run for the Rangers, and they now lead the Angels 5-1.
He got underneath that ball right there, and he knew it as soon as he threw it. Now make the adjustment. Good fastball right there. He's not a guy that's going to throw 95, 96. He's going to top out at 91, 92, but he knows how to pitch. He's been around.
That's why it might be, as the Twins rotate their rotation through August and into September. G certainly has distinguished himself here tonight. His ability to throw strikes, keep the bases clean. 3-2. Strike 3. Almost his first walk. Instead, he picked up another looking strikeout.
Well, up in the strike zone. And Engel, who has struck out twice against G, takes that fastball. The upper part of that box tracks for strike 3.
So by the time September rolls around, and trust me, there are people a lot smarter than me making these decisions, but you got Irvin Santana in the rotation and Barrios, as long as they stay healthy, and we certainly hope that's the case. Bartolo Colon will be there. G might be there. Santiago and Mejia are working their way back, and the wild card, unfortunately, is Kyle Gibson, who will make the start tomorrow. And one can only guess how big of a start it's going to be for Kyle, who's had a woefully disappointing season. And see what happens tomorrow, but Gibson's, I think, got a very important start coming up tomorrow.
Yes, he does.
1-1. Crack to right center field. It's a base hit, and it will shoot the gap to the wall. With 2 outs, Lurie Garcia is going to hold up with a double.
G has not made many mistakes. He left one up to Delmonico that hit the home run, and right there a ball left up that Garcia hits for a double. Only the 2nd hit off of him with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. So G, I don't know if he's starting to tire, starting to get some balls up in the strike zone. See if they can get that ball back down, get the 3rd out here in the 6th.
Beginning of some activity in the Twins bullpen.
It's the first time that G has been in the stretch position.
Yolmer Sanchez, the batter, a bouncer to first and a fly to left. Up and away. And we've seen some of that. Typically, isn't that a sign of a pitcher that's tiring pitches left up?
Yeah, that's one sign you always look at. Now, can he get the Can he make the adjustment? Throw that two-seamer down. Try to hit the shin guards of your catcher.
Change up, down and in, and it's 2-0.
Outstanding. 7 in the first. 15 right here in the 6th. He's going to have to throw some more, so that's a high. I mean, this has been outstanding. 67 total. There, he got that ball down.
And it's fouled over by the tarp and out of play.
Sometimes when you get to this part of the ballgame, 6th, 7th inning, you tell yourself that you have to really stay back a little bit more, allow that arm to catch up, because maybe the strength isn't there as it was early in the ballgame.
2-1 to Sanchez. You saw Duffy warming up in the Twins pen.
You concentrate on the glove of your catcher, and that's Castro. He'll give you a good low target.
Fly ball center field. Buxton back.
Yep, good job.
6 wonderful innings pitched by Dylan G, with the Twins leading 9-1. Story of the game and another game where the lineup really produced.
Well, in the 2nd inning, they hit around. A big 3-run home run by Jorge Polanco. 3 batters later, Brian Dozier, a 3-run home run, gave the Twins an early 6-0 lead. And then in the 5th inning, Byron Buxton with his 9th home run of the year, a solo home run. And then Jason Castro, the following inning in the 6th inning, a solo home run, his 7th of the year.
Joe Mauer will lead things off. Dylan G, 2 hits, a double and a home run, no walks. And after getting a short start from Tim Melville this afternoon, the Twins got more than they could have hoped for from Dylan G.
They stretched it out right there. 69 pitches, 42 over the plate. 9 of 21 first pitch strikes. 9 of 20, excuse me.
Chris Beck, the new Chicago pitcher, pitching to Joe Mauer. Then it'll be Vargas and Escobar.
Yeah, Beck making his 46th relief appearance, 48 innings. He's walked 24. That's a little high. 33 strikeouts.
Dylan Covey now with 44 innings pitched this year. He's given up 17 home runs. If he has a great career, as a starting pitcher, and he can pitch 200 innings, your record will be shattered. scored 46 runs in their last 6 games. Go ahead, do it. California high school men. 46 runs divided by 6.
That would be like 7.5.
Pretty close. 1-1. 6 runs this afternoon, and it wasn't enough. Twins lost a tough one, falling behind 7-1, making it 7-6 before the game ended.
I don't know how you could score a half a run, but
2-1 to Mauer. Driven foul.
Got a report on Chris Beck, 6'3", 225, 26 years old. Fastball, slider, occasional curveball, and a changeup. Beck in his 3rd season with the White Sox, up and down the last 2 years.
Mentioned that Seattle beat Atlanta 6-5. Never guess who was the winning pitcher for Seattle. Andrew Albers. Remember him?
Yeah.
He's 2-0 with the Mariners now.
I thought he went overseas.
He did. He came back.
Good for him. There's another guy that I believe played independent baseball that tried to get back.
2-2 to Mauer. Chopper to second. Head high hop. 1 away. MLB.TV Premium is back better than ever. You can watch every out-of-market regular season game live on over 400 supported devices. Plus, you get a free subscription to At-Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout, other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
Didn't Albers, I may be wrong, which I've run many times, but St. Paul Saints, didn't he pitch for them?
Could be right. Yep. Vargas tried to join the home run party. Big swing and a foul back. He's got 8 this year. We'll see a lot of him, I would imagine, in the absence of Miguel Sano in the DH spot.
Yeah, and Beck has allowed 12 home runs in 48 innings pitched coming into this outing.
Up high just a bit, 1-1. We're talking about starting candidates for the Twins, what Dylan G's done here tonight. We talked about Gibson needing a good start tomorrow, one would think, in part because Aaron Slegers came up, pitched a great ball game and had to send him down. But as the Twins try to come up with a 5-man rotation, don't rule out Aaron Slegers.
He left a good taste in everybody's mouth, believe me. Outstanding outing.
Pulled foul, 2-2. Tim Melville hoping for another turn in the rotation. At one point he had 7 men set down. He struggled in the first inning at a 1-2-3 second and third, and then all sorts of trouble in the 4th. 2-2.
He left up that one pitch to what was it, Sanchez, hit the 3-run home run. He was on a roll. He retired to 11 straight. Then he walked Delmonico to lead off that inning. 2 batters later, it was a 3-run home run.
Hit hard by Vargas in center field for a single. A 1-out hit in the 7th, and now Eduardo Escobar.
Vargas picking up his first hit. And for the Twins, their 9th.
Escobar singled to right in the 5th inning, was out trying to make it a double. Backhanded nicely by Saladino, and he'll turn it into a double play.
3rd double play the Twins have hit into.
Escobar hit it hard. Backhanded play by the shortstop. The Twins are done in the 7th.
Fox Sports North is presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. And by State Farm, here to help life go right with the home and auto protection you deserve.
Tyler Duffy into the ball game. Dylan G giving the Twins 6 effective innings, and now Tyler Duffy will face Abreu, Delmonico, and Garcia in the Chicago 7.
Yeah, Tyler making his 45th relief appearance, 56 1/3 innings, 12 walks, 3 intentional with 55 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .254 off of Tyler.
Abreu 0 for 2. Comebacker to the mound in the first and a fly ball to right. Fastball missing the inside corner. Ball 1. Foul back, 1-1.
Tyler Duffy's pitched better on the road than he has at home this year. Has a 2.22 ERA on the road. Connor fastball, good curveball.
Bouncer to third. Nice pickup from the outfield grass. Escobar shows off his strong arm. 1 down. And now for the unlimited baseball break, brought to you by T-Mobile. Kurt Suzuki with his 14th home run of the year. Not enough, though, as the Mariners beat the Braves 6-5 behind Andrew Albers. Andrew Benintendi with his 18th home run of the year. Maybe the Rookie of the Year hasn't been decided in the first half, with Aaron Judge cooling off in the second half. And Jonathan Scope just having a wonderful year for the Orioles. Pulled foul.
That's only because he is with us in the WBC. We got him
some
going.
hitting tips, did you?
Yeah, we got him going. I threw batting practice to him. Got him going.
Good casting. The Orioles were given up for dead, but now they're a factor. They won again tonight.
They're trying to get back to 500, and again, you get into September, early September at 500, you find yourself in that wild card race.
Bounced foul over the head of Darryl Boston. 0-2. Twins are done playing the Orioles. Games left with the Yankees. Here's what the Twins have done against their competition. These are the teams competing with the Twins for the 2 wild card spots, and a total of 28 and 18, which is very impressive.
Very good.
And the Twins still have games with the Rays and the Yankees, but they won the season series with the Rangers and the Orioles and the Angels. Lost to the Mariners 3 games to 4 games, but they still have games left with Kansas City. So when you look at the wild card standings and you go, yeah, you know, the Twins are there, but one of the butts you should not consider is that they don't belong in that level of competition because they played their best against that class of competition.
I think I saw something on Stats Inc. of the next 40 games. I think 19 for the Twins are against teams that are 500 or better.
Yeah. 2-2. Are the Twins as good as the Astros to this point? No. They haven't proven that.
The point is to get there.
It's all you guys had to do in '87. It's a different world now. The Twins get in through the wild card. You got to win one game, and then you got to get into you know, the ALDS. Do well. It's ball grounded. Dozier with a pickup. What a play to Duffy! What a fantastic play by Brian Dozier.
And for Tyler Duffy to get over there, but you're right, Brian Dozier, it looked like it was going to get by him. It got past the diving Mauer, and Duffy getting over there quickly, as you can see, and then Bryant's throw. Bryant able to do this on the run, just flip it right at the bag, and Duffy's there to make the play.
That's as pretty as you can make that play. Brian's an avid duck hunter, so he knows about leading ducks, and in this case, leading pitchers to the bag. That was just a sensational play. Here is Garcia.
Well, you know, in spring training, you do the old pitchers fielding practice, PFP. You don't work on that play.
No, and to be running away from the bag like that, to be able to get that much on the throw.
Right.
On strike to Garcia. Half swing, but strike two. Couple of times now, Garcia going for a little stroll, and if there's something wrong with his wrist, I would think a check swing would really be painful.
I think he was a little upset at that swing he had on that curveball that was down in the dirt. Duffy had an account.
Pop up. Dozier-Rao running in the outfield, and Buxton streaks in to end the inning. And a very quick 1, 2, 3, 7th for Tyler Duffy. The downside to Cleveland's win during that game, and they showed the video of it here in Chicago during the inning break. Andrew Miller leaving with a rather forlorn look on his face. Byron Buxton, I hate when that happens, because this game was last year in the postseason. It was so fun to watch because the game's best players were there. Miller was one of them. Buxton with 2 hits, a home run his last time up. I suspect Twins fans are kind of like me, really looking forward to the Buxton at bats now. Buxton again going after the first pitch, tapping that one foul. Strike. Got 1 hit and a sacrifice fly this afternoon, 2 hits and a home run here tonight. Up, and it's 1-1. I can understand why he jumps after the first pitch. He's 21 for 41 when he puts the first pitch in play.
Wow.
See what other Twins center fielder did that a lot. Mr. Puckett.
Yeah. Puck was up there swinging no matter where it was.
1-2. And people tend to forget not trying to compare Byron to Kirby because they will be different types of players. But it took Kirby a couple years to become the player that he became in terms of getting doubles and home runs. And Byron strikes out, 1 away in the 8th.
Yeah, throw will have to be made. Byron Buxton. Beck picking up his first strikeout.
Fox Tracks presented by Carrier.
You see the high fastball. Buxton swinging through it. Smith dropped the ball. Buxton ran to first, got the out.
In Kirby Puckett's first year in 1984, and remember he didn't start the year with the team, but he still got 557 at bats. 557 at bats. He had 17 extra base hits and no home runs. None. He was a singles hitter. And Byron going through a different type of a transformation, but I think we're seeing it develop, seeing him develop here in the second half of this season. 1 strike to Polanco and a foul.
Oh, you know what? So you get to know Byron, and you know, Dick, I know you and I, we enjoy being around him, but he hasn't let the failures of what he was going through affect him. He knew that he was going to get better. He knew he had a chance to play on a regular basis. He's worked his tail end off. He's changed his batting stance. He's trying to find that comfort zone. Looks like he's found a good comfort zone right now.
2 strikes to Polanco and a fly ball to left. And out number 2.
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC.
One other thought about the path that Kirby Puckett took to the Hall of Fame and the path that Byron Buxton's had in his career so far. The one obstacle that Kirby did not have to deal with that Byron has, and that is high expectations, having been a #1 draft pick. And Twins fans are well aware of Byron Buxton years before he ever broke in to the major leagues. Who had heard of Kirby Puckett? No one. From Triton College?
Kirby's mother.
Yeah. Here's Castro. Solid single to center and a more solid home run to center.
Beck showing a good fastball. Last fastball at 95. In his second inning of relief, did give up a base hit to Kenny Vargas, but then Escobar hit it to the double play.
Off the end of the bat, foul over the White Sox dugout. Texas maintaining a 5-1 lead with Cole Hamels on the mound. That game now in the 5th inning in Anaheim. One and 2. Fastball up. And now full count.
The birthday boy on deck. Still his birthday, isn't it?
Yeah, for another hour and 32 minutes. And Castro takes a walk, and Adrianza will come up with 2 down and a man aboard. Another walk taken by the Twins. Cancer impacts the lives of everyone in Twins territory. You can join the Twins August 30th to show your support for cancer awareness. Supporters purchasing tickets through the special theme night ticket package will receive a Twins cancer awareness hat. color of the Twins logo on the front of the hat corresponds to the color associated with the most prevalent cancers seen throughout Twins territory. To learn more, join the Twins in their efforts to strike out cancer. Visit twinsbaseball.com/cancer awareness. A pitching
coming
change
out of the ball
in the
game.
eighth.
Goldberg coming in. By 8, and a pitching change here in the 8th inning. Brad Goldberg coming into the ballgame, making just his 11th major league appearance. Came up earlier this year. Last year between AA and AAA, Billingham and Charlotte. Goldberg, scouting report on Goldberg: fastball, curveball, and a split finger. 27-year-old right-hander. Signed by the White Sox in 2013 out of Ohio State.
I think he's going to need to reverse his walk to a strikeout rate instead of walking 14 and striking out 3. Rather have 14 strikeouts and 3 walks, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd rather have it.
And Adrianza takes ball 1. Chris Jimenez is on deck in what would be Brian Dozier's spot.
Oh, that got him.
And Jimenez will hit for Dozier after Adrianza is hit.
That's not very nice.
How many hit batters has he got in relative to strikeouts?
Well, we'll find out here. Goldberg has
2.
hit 2. Yep. 2 now. Right off the shin, the right shin.
No, we don't need any more shin injuries.
No, we do not.
First and second, 2 down, and Jimenez will hit for Dozier. We'll see how the Twins line up there in the field. Remembering that Max Kepler was scratched before the game even started for some reason. Jimenez may get the outfield, and Adrianza will come in and take over at second base. Dozier with a couple of hits, including a 3-run home run before he left. Castro at second, Adrianza at first. Big swing and a miss, 1-1. On the outside corner, 1-2.
Slider right there by Goldberg. Good fastball. Ball off the plate, but called a strike.
That's to right center field and down for a hit. Off the bench, Jimenez drives in a run. Castro scores. And the Twins adding another run, at least one, here in the 8th inning.
Jimenez didn't get a hit in the first game. 0 for 2 with a walk. Right here, breaking ball stayed up. Jimenez taking it into right center.
It is 10-1, and Rosario will have another chance to extend his hitting streak.
Jimenez picking up his 14th run batted hit.
Outside, ball 1. Tonight, Rosario 0 for 3 with a walk. Strike on the outside corner. Night game tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. The Twins will get into Canada about 2-3 in the morning, I suppose, Eastern time, and another night game Friday night. Now, you're not going to Canada.
No, I am not. I will pick you guys up again in Tampa, in St. Petersburg. Be my last break, then I'll finish the season with the Twins and watch them get into postseason.
There's a drive deep to the left field corner. Garcia at the wall makes the catch. The Twins add one more in the 8th, and you're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm. Tyler Duffy starting his 2nd inning worth of work. Chris Jimenez is in left field, and Ray Adrianza is at second base. Chance for Brian Dozier to get off his feet. He played all 9 innings this afternoon and most of the ball game here tonight. It's down the right field line in foul ground, chased by Mauer. Oh, he almost made another great catch. I was trying to think when he made a catch like that at Target Field in the last homestand. Doug Minkiewicz was good at it. Kent Hrbek was good at it. I don't know that anybody's been better at it in recent Twins history. That is chasing down foul pops than Joe Mauer. Well, Minkiewicz was really good, and Hrbek, would sprint, at the Metrodome. I can still picture him going almost into the right field corner.
That old Metrodome shaking.
1-1, but it's part of what has been a really fun defensive club to watch. Two and 1. Smith, Saladino, and Hansen. In 5 of the 7 innings, first G, then Duffy, they've had 1, 2, 3 innings. Now a roller to third. Escobar. And down. We look at the Twins' upcoming schedule and our Jeep road ahead, and it is on the road. 3 more night games here in Chicago, then 3 in Toronto. Day off on Monday, a homestand, and then the Twins after Labor Day, starting with Labor Day on the 4th, going through St. Petersburg and Kansas City.
What's nice about this doubleheader is the White Sox have had to use 9 different pitchers so far to get where they're at. The Twins only 5. 3 in game 1 and 2 so far. Dylan G took it into the 7th inning. Or excuse me, 6 innings. Now Duffy starting his 2nd inning of work.
Be interesting to see if the Twins can get through this game with G, Duffy, and without using Hildenberger and Belisle, Presley, who pitched yesterday.
Oh, even though Nick Turley got beat up a little bit with the home run, he pitched 3 2/3 innings in relief. Bushneck, 1 shutout inning.
Right. 1 and 2 to Saladino. 2 and 2. Turley will be sent to Rochester. At the completion of this doubleheader, he necessarily has to go. He was on the roster today as the 26th man.
Good fastball right there.
Fastball gets a swing and a miss.
Good angle. Good angle of that fastball for Duffy. He picks up his first strikeout. See where he is on the third base dugout. You can see the angle that fastball comes in. It's not straight. It's at an angle. High fastball.
But it's the 4-seamer. You can see with his grip, snapping the seams across.
That to me was always a work part of pitching. Out front. Work out front.
Here's Hansen.
Whether it's a fastball, curveball.
Hansen's over 2, a fly to left, and a swinging strikeout. It's been one of the most efficient games the Twins have pitched this year. Delmonico hit the first pitch of the 5th for a home run. Lurie Garcia hit a double with 2 outs in the 6th. They've scored 1. They've left 1 man on. There have been no walks. Duffy's 23 pitches. How many did G? I mean, this is less than 100 pitches thrown.
Through 69.
Yeah. 2 strikes to Alan Hansen. 1 and 2. Chance Duffy, provided he gets through the 8th, could also get the 9th inning and pick up a 3-inning save. And Hansen. A couple of strikeouts and a pair of 1, 2, 3 innings for Tyler Duffy. but it looks like they're going to get their 5th doubleheader split out of 6 tries. Joe Mauer will hit for the Twins in the 9th. And he'll be followed by Kenny Vargas and Eduardo Escobar.
And nobody warming up in the Twins bullpen, so Tyler Duffy may get the opportunity to pick up a save, a 3-inning save.
For Dylan G, who went 6, and G is the one Twins pitcher who got the last 3-inning save. In fact, he got 4 innings against the Brewers, and he saved a win for Tyler Duffy that day. So there's some symmetry.
How about that?
Yeah, how about that?
I love the way you just throw that off the top of your head.
Next season, appreciate it. Mauer with 3 well-hit balls again here tonight, but not much to show for it. 2 well-hit balls, I should say. 2 lineouts to left. Now a fly ball hit within range of Adam Engel. 1 down. Join Fox Sports North at the next viewing party Wednesday, beginning at 6:30 at Muddy Cow in Coon Rapids. You can watch the Twins take on the White Sox, enjoy specials, prizes, and more. Visit foxsportsnorth.com/events for details. I don't know if he's going to follow through with it. Kevin Gorg was going to open up a tab at the Muddy Cow for Twins fans who show up. I'm not
very nice, Kevin.
I'm not committing it. He just was mentioning it. He was thinking about doing it. Stay tuned for further details. 2 down.
Can we give everybody maybe his cell phone number so they can call to make sure? Kevin, you down there?
Kevin busy getting
awake?
ready.
Hello, Kevin. Booth calling Kevin.
We're told he does not want to give out his cell phone number, but stay tuned to see whether Kevin will open up a tab Wednesday night at Muddy Cow for all the Twins fans that show up. Up and away, ball 1.
Don't you have to be there to open up a tab? You could probably do it online or call.
You know, instead of giving his cell phone number out over there, we can just give Kevin's credit card number, expiration date, and the security code. Fans could just go there. And
I get phone calls all the time of people that want that.
Tapper to second. And nice high hop. Escobar retired. The Twins go down 1-2-3 in the 9th inning.
All they want to do is lower my interest rate.
No Sano, no Kepler, no problem. 10 runs on the board for the Twins, and now Tyler Duffy will try to close things out. Engel with a wild swing and a miss, 1 strike. He's struck out twice, looking both times. 8 innings, 6 1, 2, 3 innings for first Dylan G and now Tyler Duffy. And a home run. Angle's fourth, leading off the 9th inning.
Yeah, fastball came riding in on him in the second home run by the White Sox for their only run scored. Monaco hitting a solo home run in the 5th, and Engel catching up with that fastball.
It had that sound and plenty of distance. One down, or excuse me, the White Sox scoring one, and now luring Garcia. Will hit here against Duffy. The fastball in a better spot gets a swing and a miss. Missing inside, 1-1.
That's a changeup right there. Breaking ball for strike one, and the changeup. Duffy looking for that 3-inning save. It would be his first major league save. Had a couple in the minor leagues, but you have to go back to his rookie season in the minor leagues.
Strike called 1-2. Tonight the Twins teed off on Carson Fulmer, the Chicago starter, making his 2017 debut. And tomorrow it'll be Lucas Giolito doing the same thing for the White Sox against Kyle Gibson. That's to left, and it will carry to Jimenez, who makes the catch 1 away. Kyle Gibson trying to get his ERA back to respectability, and he will take on Giolito, who put up those AAA numbers. 100 pitches thrown by G and Duffy, and only 4 of them have been from the stretch tonight. Here is Sanchez. Well, Duffy pitches from the stretch even when there's nobody on base, but there haven't been base runners on base.
Right. Yeah, I mentioned when Garcia hit the double in the 6th inning as the first time that he was in the stretch. That's been it.
32 pitches for Duffy, 23 strikes. That's outstanding. Missing the outside corner, 1-1. Driven foul. Santana against the Giants threw just 91 pitches in that game. Other than that, this has been a very efficient outing and a good time for one of those games too. It's past Castro to the backstop. And Texas leading the Angels 5-1 in the bottom of the 6th inning in Anaheim. The Twins, if they complete this split, might separate themselves by a half game from the Angels. Full count. And Abreu on deck. And he missed wide. Duffy maxing out here. He still wants to try to get out of this. 9th inning, get that 3-inning save. Bullpen still quiet. Abreu was the first man Duffy faced. He got him to bounce to Escobar to start the 7th inning. Bauer won't hold Sanchez. He can run all the way to third base if he likes. First pitch strike. knocked up, and Lauer will chase another foul ball.
I think he'll catch this one. No, he did not.
And thankfully it was a foul ball. Might have been distracted a little bit by Adrianza, who was in the vicinity. But it was foul, but not by much.
Well, Joe goes back right there. He kind of slows down. Hey, Adrianza may have said something to him. Might have called him off at the last second. Don't know.
Strikes to Abreu. Fly ball to Buxton. 2 down. And that'll bring up Delmonte. One out away from improving the Twins' record in the month of August to 14-7. Broke up G's perfection with the leadoff first pitch home run in the 5th. Out of right field, hit right to Rosario, and the Twins respond after a 1-run loss this afternoon with a nice ball game tonight.
Well, I think for the 20th time the Twins had an inning where they scored 5 or more runs, a big 6-run second inning. Great job of pitching by Dylan G and Tyler Duffy.
Duffy getting a save, his first professional save since his days in Elizabethton in Rookie League back in 2012. And the Twins will head into Game 3 of this series tomorrow. Anthony having split this doubleheader, their 5th doubleheader split of the season.